Watch out! Palace waved a white flag to surrender to Meghan. What is their strategy? After rumors about the second royal burning interview were spread, recently Buckingham Palace has had strange expressions. Royal editor Rebecca English said on Mail Plus, "As you can probably guess, myself and others quizzed the palace quite yesterday, but they were absolutely not budging on this." It is said that Buckingham Palace has raised its hand in surrender to Harry and Meghan's decisive actions in the U.S. They dared not move for the past few days to wait for the couple's anger to subside. Rebecca revealed the royals had fallen on her own before Meghan hit. What strategy are they implementing? Remember Prince Charles's prophecy at the closing ceremony of the Queen's Jubilee? He had hoped that there would be no quarrels in the near future. Perhaps he smelled reactionary from his son and daughter-in-law after they returned to America. Rebecca disappointed royal fans by revealing, "There is no way that the findings of this report will ever become public. Even those that took part in it haven't been told what the findings are." A few suspect that the palace really are willing to take a flurry of bad headlines and television reports on the chin over the next days, in the hope that after that whole issue will kind of quietly wither away. Is the royal family shaking in fear of Meghan's fight? It was just a thought coming from Rebecca. Although the palace performed quite weakly in the last emergency meeting, I believe they are following their strategy. Don't forget what warning the palace gave Harry. They stated, "The couple's future in the royal family will depend on their actions in the present." If Buckingham Palace dares to declare this, it is not that they are afraid of Meghan's counterattack. The royals were mentally prepared to confront Harry and Meghan's attack. Charles had foreseen this disturbance, which meant he and the war gods had a plan to deal with it. Rebecca went on to counter, "I'm not saying that this is deliberate on the part of the palace in any way, but I think certainly my understanding is that those that contributed to this review, they're either very traumatized by what they went through, and in some cases, they're very angry for their future careers if they speak out any further. I suspect that that's something the palace will benefit out of, in the fact that those involved just won't want to take this further anymore." Rebecca may have been partially right when she realized that the royal family would benefit from her silence. I bet Buckingham Palace has learned many lessons from the first fight with Harry and Meghan. They realized that the couple's return of the dumbbell would make the public even more explosive. Therefore, silence and not moving will become the most effective strategy to solve this situation. Like the investigation that caught Meghan's employee victim, the palace deliberately lengthened the investigation and ended up burying it. Recently, the royal family announced they will not make the results of the public investigation. Instead, they will secretly revise the policies for royal employees. A senior palace official said, "I'm not going to comment on the changes that have been made to the policies and procedures. I'll just say that the policies and procedures have been updated. The policies in relation to the concern at work apply to everyone who works within the royal household. Because of the confidentiality of the discussions, we have not communicated the detailed recommendations. The recommendations have been incorporated within policies and procedures wherever appropriate policies and procedures have changed. So, all members of staff, all members of the royal family will be aware of what the policies and procedures are, the revised policies and procedures." The palace was on a more discreet way of dealing with its problems. Experts praise this strategy of royal secrecy. This is a very smart move. It was able to stop the explosion of media well. Many people believe that the royals have self-centered to please Harry and Meghan in the U.S. when deciding to cover up Meghan's infamous act. Failure to release the results of the investigation could be detrimental to staff and make Meghan proud. However, instead of pleasing one side, Buckingham Palace has a strategy to reduce tension from both sides. Burying the results of the investigation would lead Harry to believe that the royal family is protecting his wife. Meanwhile, amending the policy for employees secretly was said to be a lucrative compensation for the victims. Royal expert Richard Eden revealed the palace's ingenuity as follows. At this briefing yesterday, it sounds like they were sort of going on about grateful they were for they came over for the Jubilee. They were also giving quite sort of personal details about Harry and Meghan's meetings with Prince Charles. They seemed desperate to not upset them. As for Harry and Meghan, the couple is engrossed in their feminist activities. Meghan is said to have lost the will to strike back at the royal family after her failed visit. She has a higher mission and rescues the American people from the Supreme Court ruling on Roe v. Wade. It is unclear what actions Harry and Meghan will take after the Roe v. Wade case is resolved. However, the couple is said to have met with Oprah Winfrey to conduct a second royal burning interview. The former royal couple was spotted moving into Oprah Winfrey's $100 million home last weekend. Accompanying them was actress Janina Gavankar, who had a lively exchange with the couple in Harry's black Range Rover. A baby seat was seen next to Meghan. This led to suspicion that Archie and Lily were also present in that interview. However, those are just speculations of actors. The couple and Oprah have yet to release any statement regarding the second burning interview. If the royal family continues to back down in this battle, Harry and Meghan will likely halt their counterattack. Despite being snubbed by the royal family during the Queen's Platinum Jubilee, Harry understands more than anyone that the palace is doing it to protect the Queen's image. Harry and Meghan were also introduced perhaps to this rule during their 4 days in the royal family. They and other senior members will be restricted from appearing in public to focus all eyes on the monarch of the British royal family. If Harry really loves the Queen, then he will sympathize and understand this action. What do you think about Buckingham Palace's strategy of keeping quiet? Do you think Harry and Meghan will continue the fight and throw dumbbells at the royals after seeing their backsliding? Let us know your thoughts below in the comment section. See you in the next videos. See ya!